Crisis rocking People's Democratic Party (PDP) takes fresh twist as party expels FCT Minister Wike, former Ekiti State Governor Fayose, as well as many PDP key figures. On our social and community news, residents of Ipinsha community appeal to Ondo State government to take over management of their community's secondary school towards sustainable grassroots education. United Apostolic Church of Christ rolls out celebration drums in appreciation of God's mercy in its 60 years of existence. At its 60th anniversary convention, members recommit themselves to service in God's vineyard. Good evening and welcome to Social and Community News tonight. I am Omoshidiola Adesoya Ajayi. We'll begin with the crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party (PDP), which has taken a new turn following the expulsion of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and 10 other high-ranking leaders over alleged anti-party activities. The decision was taken at the PDP's 20th National Convention at the main bowl of the Lake Consalami Stadium, Adamasingba, Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Those also expelled include the former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose, the party's National Secretary, Senator Samuel Onyawo, the National Legal Advisor, Kamaldeen Ajibade, and Austin Nwachukwu. Others are the factional chairman of the party, Mohammed Abdulrahman, Senator Mao Ohuabunwa, Abraham Ahmad, Judge Tuna, and Chief Dan Obi. A motion for the expulsion was moved by the former National Vice Chairman of the party, Chief Olabode George, and seconded by the Bauchi PDP Chairman, Sulaiman Buga, before its eventual adoption by the party's delegates. At the convention, the delegates also unanimously confirmed Umaru Damagum as the substantive national chairman of the party. The convention sparked divisions among the governors loyal to Damagum, as two of them, Umaru Fintiri of Adamawa State, who chaired the National Organizing Committee of the convention, and the governor of Plateau State, Caleb Plank, dissociated themselves from Wike's expulsion. The Federal University of Technology, Akure, has armed 1,030 postgraduate scholars with advanced knowledge to drive Nigeria's industrial and economic transformation. The 36th convocation ceremony celebrated excellence and innovation at the award of postgraduate, master's, and doctorate degree. Our reporter, Joy Pius, has details.
A defining moment at the Federal University of Technology, Akure, as 1,030 postgraduate students across 6 faculties emerge from years of rigorous scholarship, certified and ready to lead. Representing President Bola Tinubu, the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, Professor Abdullahi Ribadu, highlighted the growing challenge of graduate unemployment and proffered solutions.
It is also very important to remind ourselves of the peculiarity of the natural resources of our nation with respect to wealth creation and economic revitalization through agriculture. Towards this end, government has provided a lot of opportunities in the agricultural sector for job creation.
He called for university curricula to prioritize employability, entrepreneurship, and sustainable job creation.
I must admit that while today's occasion gives much joy, it is overwhelming to note the number of graduates that are to be added to the labor market. It is therefore needful to pay close attention to the relevance of our curriculum to employability and job creation, and emphasize that all hands must be on the deck to ensure that future graduates are not only self-reliant but consistently so.
Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, represented by the Director General, Performance and Project Implementation Monitoring Unit, Razak Obi, hailed FUTA as a global leader in technological advancement and a vital partner in the state's development vision.
This citadel of learning has consistently lived up to its motto, technology for self-reliance. For over a decade, the school has ranked among the best universities in Nigeria and the very best University of Technology in this country.
In her charge, Vice-Chancellor Professor Adenike Oladiji urged the graduates to become catalysts for Nigeria's industrial revolution.
It is indeed a moment of sorrow, but I want to appeal to you to go out there and prove that FUTA is unique.
She commended President Bola Tinubu for establishing the FUTA Teaching Hospital, a landmark project set to elevate the institution's Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery programs.
I thank most sincerely His Excellency Honorable Lucky Orimisa Ayedatiwa, the Governor of Ondo State, for the willingness to collaborate with the federal government to actualize the all-important initiative.
From groundbreaking PhDs in renewable energy to policy-shaping masters and career-defining postgraduate diplomas in technology and engineering, these scholars are not just graduates, they are Nigeria's next wave of innovators, ready to redefine leadership.
It is my belief that in my own little way, I will be able to influence others, even to go better in researching, in giving themselves to research in what we've been doing in practical, how we could improve on it theoretically.
It's basically one of the greatest things I've always wanted to do in life, and seeing today is actually something so magnifying and awesome. And I hope to use this certificate for something great in the petroleum field.
For many, this is not just the end of a journey, it is the launch of a fresh pursuit. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
The Super Eagles of Nigeria will battle the Leopards of DR Congo today in a crucial 2026 FIFA World Cup playoff encounter at the Stade of Prince Heritier Moulay Hassan in Rabat, Morocco. The match, scheduled for 8 p.m. Nigerian time, will determine which of the two sides progresses to the Intercontinental playoffs slated for Mexico in March 2026, where a World Cup ticket will be up for grabs. Nigeria booked their place in the final playoff after a commanding 4-1 victory over Gabon, while DR Congo advanced by edging Cameroon 1-0 courtesy of a stoppage time winner. The Super Eagles technical crew is expected to retain the squad that impressed against Gabon as the team pushes to take a decisive step towards qualification for the Mundial. Osrc Television would broadcast the match live. And we take a break now. When we come back, it will be time for social and community news stories. Please don't go away. Glad to have you back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. We begin from Ikmisha, where residents of the community in Akure South local government area of Ondo State have self-funded a secondary school built with help from former lawmaker to spare students from long risky trips for education. After a decade of bearing maintenance and staffing costs, the community now urges the government to take over the school's management for sustainability. Joy Pius reports on the community's appeal and the impact on students.
Ikensha is an agrarian community located in Akure South local government area of Ondo State. The status of this community has tremendously changed due to urbanization, with various economic activities springing forth from different quarters. However, one major challenge facing the community is the lack of a quality secondary school. Students had to travel 7 to 10 kilometers every day to attend school, a situation calling for attention.
In Ipinsha, the struggle for quality education has been a long and painful journey. For years, secondary school students here have had to travel several kilometers each day to the nearest town, some more than 7 to 10 kilometers to access learning. This lingers despite UNICEF's recommendation that every child should have a school within 5 kilometers to their homes. The struggle continues for these children as they hopped on motorcycles, tricycles, and private vehicles on a daily basis in a bid to make it early to school. Aside private schools, the only government-owned school in the area is St. Augustine Catholic Primary School, built by the missionary and now taken over by the state government.
To ensure education extends beyond the primary school level, a former lawmaker constructed this block of 6 classrooms, which has since been managed by members of the community for the benefit of students in the area.
To show you what you are going to meet in future.
Constructed 10 years ago, the community, in its determination to ensure the school stands the test of time, contributes to a central purse and is assisted by voluntary donations to keep the school alive. We approached the traditional ruler of the community, the Akakpinsha of Ikpinsha, Oba Omoniyi Oluwafunmilayo, who raised concerns on the challenges the community faces and the need for the state government to take over the school.
Then it was painful to me personally that they have to trek from here to Elisha Garage, that's the nearest secondary school. St. Dominic or United School.
How many kilometers?
It's more than 10 kilometers. From here to Akure, it's more than 10 kilometers. Even though they are the nearest also, they have to go to Ikota or Elara. So that because trekking to that area is too far for them. That's why then I have to appeal to Honorable Okere to assist us toward that building of the school, and which he did. And I'm appealing to the state government to take it out from us because we defy the parents are still maintaining the school now. Within Pinsha, Ilere, Orito Bele, there's no secondary school. There's no public secondary school except private secondary school. And that, if there's a public secondary school, it will boost the economy of the school, of the town, and the development of the town.
For the principal of the school and other stakeholders, door-to-door sensitization to source out quality teachers, including community efforts, has kept the school afloat. However, enrollment in the community's only secondary school continues to drop sharply.
We did the first year due to people complaining that the government have not approved the school. The school is not being approved, so they decided to take the students to outside the nation. And then we have close to 91 students, but as at present, we are 54. Students are 54 in school now.
Before I entered the school, we were many like up to 91, but gradually we were decreasing because of the school facilities and teachers were not many.
Láti bí lọ sí Lara, lọ sí Kọ̀tà, lọ sí ìlú Àkúrẹ́ ni àwọn ọmọ wa ti ń lọ sí school. Ìdè ìnira yẹn ó pọ̀ jù fún wọn. Láti bí sí Ìdàbà 4 kilometers, àti bí sí Kọ̀tà almost 5 kilometers, àti bí sí Ìgboro Àpẹ́ lọ sí Dominic lọ sí CAC Àwùlẹ̀ close to 6 kilometers. Ohun tí wọ́n fẹsẹ̀ ìgbà míì tí gbósùlù bá ti wà nílẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ náà wà fún yẹn. Ìyẹn la fi ń bẹ ìjọba kó jọ ilé tó ṣe wà ní ìlú wa tí wọ́n kọ́ fún wa tí àwọn ọmọ wa tí ọmọ tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ báyẹn wọ́n ti lé ní 80 àti ṣe wáyé kì í gbà méjì bẹ́ẹ̀ sí tó jẹ́ pé under private la fi mẹ́tẹ̀ à ń bẹ̀jọba kan jọ kán wà lọ́wọ́ láti lè gba iléèwé láti lè bá wa fọwọ́ sí iléèwé kó lè wá tẹ̀síwájú.
For Ikpinsha, this block of 6 classrooms represents hope, a reminder that when people unite, change is possible. But they insist that lasting improvement in education can only come when the government play its part.
Like every other community yearning for development, residents of Ikpinsha in Akure local government area are calling for the intervention of government to change the narrative of the only secondary school they have in the area. Joy Pius for Osrc Social and Community News.
Resilience of the Ikpinsha community highlights both the challenges and the urgent need to strengthen grassroots education. Moving on, the United Apostolic Church of Christ Worldwide in Akure has rolled out the drums in the grand and colorful celebration of its 60th anniversary convention. It was a gathering marked by joy, unity, and deep reflection as the church celebrated 6 decades of unwavering faith and spiritual impact. Osrc correspondent Abidemi Akinrotoye was there for social and community news.
As the United Apostolic Church of Christ Worldwide gathered in thanksgiving to commemorate 60 remarkable years of ministry, growth, and God's faithfulness. The Diamond Jubilee Convention brought together members and ministers from across Nigeria and beyond in a vibrant atmosphere of praise, worship, and heartfelt celebration. The atmosphere was electric, from soul-lifting rendition by the choir to passionate prayers that echoed through the vast auditorium, creating a spiritual experience befitting a Diamond Jubilee. During the anniversary sermon, USCC President James Owoyemi highlighted compelling reasons believers must enter God's presence with praise. He attributed the church's longevity, stability, and continuous growth to divine grace, a grace, he said, that has guided him personally since assuming office.
This church started in April 1965 by 16 men of God, and by the grace of God, this church, no one can say that he or she is the founder of this church. God's Holy Spirit funded this church. Yeah, this is my 50th year in office as the president of this church, and with all indication, we see God.
Leaders and members shared testimonies of God's goodness over the past 60 years, reflecting on the milestone that have shaped the church's identity and mission.
There had not been a drama, and feeding of people is beyond my understanding. Gifts to the elderly, the prayers, the anointed men of God.
Our Lord has done wonders.
Ministers described the 60th anniversary as a landmark achievement, urging members to renew their commitment to service, evangelism, and the values upon which the church was founded.
My advice to USC's member is to keep on serving God, trusting Him, believe Him for everything, because when God steps into your situation, the story will change.
This convention, it make everybody to come in together in one to celebrate God, and I pray that this thing, if it can happen to every time in a year, I see that it is a sign and wonder of God.
In a moment of collective thanksgiving, the congregation reaffirmed its dedication to the church's mission to spread the gospel and extend love and compassion to humanity. The United Apostolic Church of Christ Worldwide 60th Anniversary Convention stood as a triumphant celebration of legacy and hope, honoring the past, celebrating the present, and visioning a future anchored on faith. Abidemi Akinrotoye for Osrc Social and Community News.
truly uplifting milestones for the UACC, 6 decades of faith, unity, and spiritual upliftment. We take another break now. When we come back, the news continues. Please don't go away. Glad to have you back. In a remarkable show of compassion, the Emily Memorial Foundation, led by its founder, Adeola Rosemary Finch, Secretary of Accra South Local Government, hosted the 2025 Founders Day Birthday Outreach themed One Candle, Many Stars, held at St. James Mega School, Irowu, Akure. The event brought joy to over 500 pupils from public primary schools in Akure South. Adewumi Tai reports.
Was joyous for pupils and dignitaries celebrating Mrs. Adeola Finch's birthday. Aimed at boosting education for indigent children, the foundation awarded 100,000 naira scholarships to students and distributed school bags, notebooks, writing materials, and uniforms to pupils. These actions reaffirm the foundation's dedication to educational empowerment and community development. Mrs. Adeola Finch thanked supporters and partners, noting her passion for nurturing young minds and ensuring equal access to quality education for all children.
We have carefully, painstakingly selected 500 indigent pupils across public primary schools in Akure, ensuring that those who truly need support benefit from today's outreach. Over the years, the Emily Memorial Foundation has consistently reached out to vulnerable children, widows, and women across different communities, giving back to society is not just something we do, it is who we are.
Sideji of Akure, Oba Ogunlade Alade Toyinbo, Akure South Local Government Chairman Gbenga Fashua, Commissioner for Infrastructure Ayorinde Olawoye were among dignitaries on the occasion, which also had in attendance educators as well as parents, all praising the foundation's work in student development.
One the foundation to we are giving out, empowering all these children. I mean, when I came here, I said, wow. I mean, the economy of the state is not easy. What is the process and in the hope? Your lifestyle reflects what we are seeing. Yes, your lifestyle. And I know sky is your starting point. Please do what you are doing. We are expecting more. That is for you to, out of the benevolence of your heart, what God has given you.
Highlight featured a cultural display by hearing impaired students, lectures, gifts, scholarship awards, and material distribution, inspiring all attendees. Beneficiaries expressed gratitude for the relief and motivation provided to them and their families.
Indeed, a great blessing. Because these children, they are vulnerable. You know, for like months they've not been around. Now you just have to call on them to come back to school. And here today, they were given scholarship. they were so happy, we the teachers were so happy.
I did not have school back on Thursday, and my mommy can help me to buy Friday, and my mommy can have that they give me something.
The 2025 outreach proves one act of kindness can light many lives, embodying one candle, many stars. A movement for inclusive education and upliftment in Akure South.
We wish you many happy returns of the day. Long life and prosperity. Hooray!
Adewumi Taiwo for OSRC Social and Community News.
A heartwarming initiative there, reflecting how a single act of kindness can brighten countless young lives. Truly inspiring efforts by the Emily Memorial Foundation towards strengthening education. And that's the size of social and community news tonight. Thank you so much for being part of it. Do enjoy your night.